Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm getting prepared for a paint job. In this video I'm going to show you the materials that you need to do a full paint job on a vehicle. Let's start off with the sandpapers. These are the sandpapers that I normally use, which is 80 grit, 180, 220, 320, and 400. You might need all of them, you might need half of them, but this is exactly what I need when I do a full paint job. Now, if you want to know what each grit of sandpaper does, I do have a video explaining exactly that. I'm gonna leave it in the description below. If you want to look at it, go ahead, check it out so you know what each grit of sandpaper does. Next, we'll be talking about the DA. This is one of the DAs that I use. This is to start sanding everything that is gonna have to get sanded or paint. So if you have body work that you need to do, you do need your, I do have an inline sander and I do have some blocks right there. That's for your body work. I also use that for block sanding the primer. So this is another stuff that you might need in order to do a paint job. Let me talk about the primers that I am using. I am using this Eurochem 2K polyurethane primer surfacer. I use this when I do body work and whenever I'm gonna do block sanding on the vehicle. Now, you do have this epoxy primer right here. This is also direct to metal primer. This is when you have bare metal, a large area of bare metal showing. You apply this one first, guys, then you can apply the primer surfacer on top of that so you can start blocking. This is a lot easier to block than this. This is just for bare metal. Now, what I have here in the middle are going to be the hardeners and reducers for either the polyester primer, the sealer, and the clear, that I'll be talking about that in a little bit. This one, the epoxy primer, has to have this different kind of activator. This kit comes in itself. It's a pack, so you cannot utilize this part of the materials for that. This is separate. It has its own deal. But all of this, you can utilize it for everything over here. Now, here is the sealer. You've seen me use this sealer on almost every single video. This is my go-to sealer. Now, they do have, this is a light gray. They do have a lot of different colors, which just try to get the closest color sealer to the color that you're gonna go to. But if you don't know more or less as to what you need, the light gray will do perfect. Now, I have explained what the sealer is for. It's just to get a uniform color throughout the vehicle and have it ready. This one, you can also, it is a primer, but it is a non-sandable primer. So it helps with the adhesion on the paint and to the primer that you have applied, or to the surface of the vehicle. Now, I have the tape. I do have a sleeve here. I have several. I buy it in bulk. So this is by 3M Automotive Refinishing. This is the tape that I use 100% of the time. Real good quality. This is one of the best tapes that I have ever used, so I'm just going to continue using it. Why go with something else? Now, the clear that I use is from Eurochem. This is one of the brands that I use. I got a couple of brands. This is one of my go-to brands. It's a Glamour Clear UC210, one of the best clears out in the market also, and real easy to buff, to color sand and buff. I really recommend it, guys. Have you seen my cars that I've done? They come out looking like glass. This is one of my go-to clears, guys, right here. Now, quick check. You've seen me use it before, guys. You know what it is, but let me tell you, this is a lifesaver when you're doing body work and when you're blocking to buff a car, to do a flow coat. This is a lifesaver. This is it gives the illusion that it has clear coat, so whenever you're sanding, just spray some of this. It gives the illusion that it has clear coat, and it shows you how flat your panels are becoming or how straight your body work is. Recommended highly. Now for you guys that want to buff your cars, this is a liquid that I use. This is a compound that I use. I've used several different types of compounds, and I found out that this one is the one that cuts real easy and brings back the shine extremely fast. So it's highly recommended. It's only two parts. I do have a wool pad right here, which is for the extra cut, and I do have a sponge pad, which is for the second part. But I do recommend getting the sponge for the first cut. I don't have it with me right now, but I did order one, so I highly recommend it for the first part also. Now, your guys gonna say, why do you have all this? Like I mentioned in the beginning, I'm getting ready for a car. Let me show you the pictures. This is a car that's coming up real soon, and this is the materials for that car. Now, the only thing that's missing here, it's the paint. I am gonna get 2 gallons of it. Why don't I have them here? One of the reasons is the owner hasn't chosen the color yet, but that'll be coming soon, and I'll show you what color it's gonna be. Now, like I mentioned, some of this stuff you're not gonna need. Like maybe you're not gonna need the primer because you're not gonna use you're not gonna be doing body work, or you're not going to be blocking, you're just going to sand it. Perfect, don't get that. Maybe you're not going to use the epoxy primer because you're not going to go to bare metal. You're just going to sand the original paint on your car and paint it. Perfect, you don't need that. So you pick and choose as to what you're going to need, and just get the materials ready so that you can start doing your paint job. Now you might be asking, why do you have 2 gallons of clear and you're going to get 2 gallons of the paint? Reason being, guys, I am gonna paint this car inside and out, even in the motor area and all that. So I just want to have extra paint and extra clear just to make sure that we won't miss anything. So this is it, guys. This is gonna be a quick video as to the materials that are gonna be needed for this vehicle. Like I mentioned, you're not maybe gonna need everything, but the basics, and most of them are here so that you can do your own paint job. So this will be it, guys. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this video, and like always, stay safe and God bless.